Fasting is one of those topics that sounds extreme when you first hear it. 5 days without food? Wouldn't that kill you? That's the exact fear most people have. We've been conditioned to believe that health comes only from constant eating. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, shakes, supplements, even midnight meals. But the truth is very different from what modern eating habits make us think. For tens of thousands of years, humans didn't eat 3 meals a day. There was no refrigerator, no fast food, no delivery apps. Some days our ancestors found food, some days they didn't. Their bodies adapted. They evolved sophisticated survival systems that activate only when food is absent. And those systems don't make you weak. They actually make you stronger. This is the core idea behind fasting. When you stop giving your body food, your body starts giving you healing. And that healing doesn't come from magic. It comes from biology. Processes you already have built in, waiting to be activated. But here's the catch. We've trained our bodies to expect food all the time. Many people eat 6 to 8 times a day without even realizing it. Coffee with cream here, a biscuit there, a handful of chips later, a sugary drink in between. Your digestive system keeps working non-stop. Your insulin stays elevated, and your cells never get a break. And when your cells never rest, they never repair. This is why fasting feels shocking to your system at first, not because it's unnatural, but because eating non-stop is unnatural. We're simply resetting the body back to how human biology was designed to function. In this new narration, I'm going to walk you through what really happens during a 5-day fast, based on human physiology, real research, and the actual survival systems inside you. Day by day, hour by hour. What turns on, what turns off, why your hunger disappears, why your focus increases, why your body starts repairing damage you never even noticed. So let's begin with the first 24 hours, the moment your body realizes no food is coming.
Day 1. Glycogen drops, insulin falls, and your body switches fuel. The first day of a fast is all about switching energy sources. Think of your body like a hybrid car. It has 2 fuels. 1. Glucose, sugar, or glycogen. 2. Fat, stored energy. But most people run almost entirely on glucose because they eat every few hours. When you stop eating, your body is forced to make a decision. Use stored sugar or use stored fat. 1. The body burns glycogen first. Glycogen is your short-term energy storage. It's stored mostly in your liver and muscles. It's basically long chains of glucose, and here's something people don't realize. Each unit of glycogen holds about 3 units of water. This is why day 1 often brings rapid weight loss. It's water, not fat. People lose 1 to 3 pounds, sometimes more if they were retaining fluid. It's not dangerous. It's simply your body releasing stored water as glycogen breaks down. 2. Insulin drops, and this is the game changer. Insulin is the hormone that decides whether your body burns fat or stores fat. When insulin is high, you store fat, you get hungry, you crave sugar. When insulin drops, like during fasting, the lock on your fat cells opens. Stored fat begins to break down. Hunger decreases. This is why people say fasting kills appetite. It's not willpower, it's chemistry. 3. You start eating something, but it isn't food. When you stop eating, your body begins eating stored fat. Fat becomes your internal food supply. This is why your hunger fades. This is why your mental clarity increases. This is why you don't feel weak, even though you're not eating. Fat is a slow-burning, stable fuel, like a clean-burning candle instead of a matchstick flame. 4. Essential support for day 1, electrolytes and micronutrients. This is critical. Your first discontinuation of food also stops micronutrient intake. While fasting is safe for many people, a sudden drop in electrolytes can cause headaches, fatigue, lightheadedness, muscle cramps. To avoid this, you need adequate sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, trace minerals, and B vitamins, optional, but helpful. Most of these are not stored long-term in the body. This is why supplementation is recommended during fasting, not to break the fast, but to keep essential processes functioning smoothly. 5. What you can drink on day 1. Water, plain or with a bit of lemon. Black coffee, no sugar, no milk. Unflavored tea, decaf if possible. Avoid sugary drinks, artificial sweeteners, collagen supplements, contain calories. Apple cider vinegar can worsen acidity during fasting. 6. Light activities that enhance day 1 benefits. Gentle sun exposure, walks, light stretching, sauna or warm bath if tolerated, meditation, good hydration. No heavy exercise. Your body is adjusting. By the end of day 1, you have officially entered the metabolic shift. Insulin drops, glycogen depletes, and your body begins learning how to burn fat again.
Day 2. Full ketosis begins and autophagy starts waking up. Day 2 is where things get interesting. This is the moment your body says, okay, no more quick fuel. Time to switch fully to stored energy. And that stored energy is fat, but not only fat. Something else also begins. Something that makes fasting one of the most powerful cellular repair tools on Earth. 1. Ketosis takes over. Ketosis means your liver is converting stored fat into molecules called ketones. Ketones are a clean energy source, slow burning, excellent for the brain, anti-inflammatory, appetite reducing. Many people report better focus, clearer thinking, less hunger, and more stable energy. This is because the brain loves ketones. In fact, research shows the brain runs more efficiently on ketones than on glucose. 2. Hunger drops dramatically. By day 2, your insulin is low, your digestive system is resting, and your fat stores are fueling you. This combination makes your appetite fall sharply. Some people lose hunger entirely by evening of day 2. 3. Autophagy begins, the body's deep cleaning mode. Autophagy means self-eating, but not in a harmful way. It means your cells break down old or damaged proteins, recycle dysfunctional cell parts, remove junk that clogs your system, clear misfolded proteins, support tissue repair, and improve metabolic efficiency. Think of autophagy as your body's recycling plant. It gets rid of things you no longer need so that you can build stronger, healthier, cleaner cells. And remember, most people never activate autophagy because they never stop eating long enough. 4. Why autophagy matters for long-term health. Damaged proteins and dysfunctional cell structures are linked to chronic inflammation, aging, joint stiffness, reduced immunity, and poor metabolic health. Activating autophagy is like servicing your internal machinery. It removes rust, it cleans debris, it restores efficiency. 5. Energy levels on day 2. By now, most people begin feeling stable, calm energy. There may be small hunger waves, but they pass quickly. Your body is switching into full survival mode, not in a panic way, but in an adaptive, intelligent way. Day 3, first half, deep ketosis, mental clarity, and brain growth. Day 3 is powerful. This is the moment your body becomes extremely efficient. Your brain gets sharper, your mood lifts, your energy stabilizes, and one very important brain molecule skyrockets. 1. Ketones become your primary fuel. By day 3, about 70 to 80% of your energy may be coming from ketones. This gives you mental sharpness, clear thinking, elevated mood, increased learning ability, and more stable emotional state. This happens because ketones are a neuroprotective fuel. 2. Your brain releases more BDNF. BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor,
is like miracle fertilizer for your brain. It supports growth of new brain cells, repair of damaged neurons, improved memory, increased learning capacity, and emotional balance. Your body produces significantly more BDNF during fasting because the brain senses a survival challenge and adapts by becoming stronger. Some studies show BDNF may increase up to 400% in certain areas of the brain during prolonged fasting. Mood elevation and feeling lighter. By day 3, many people report calmness, euphoria, motivation, reduced anxiety. This isn't psychological, it's biochemical. Ketones and BDNF both actively support emotional stability. By day 3 of a prolonged fast, something extraordinary happens inside your body. Something most people never experience in their entire life because they never go long enough without food to activate it. This is the stage known as deep autophagy. Autophagy is your body's built-in recycling system. It's like an internal cleaning crew that finally gets permission to walk into the rooms you never visit, open old cupboards, and take out everything that has been sitting there, gathering dust for years. Old proteins, damaged cell parts, misfolded junk, toxins hiding inside cells, leftover viral fragments, fungal debris, microbial waste. Your body starts melting all of it down and converting it into fresh fuel. But on day 3, this process shifts into a higher gear. Your cells begin scanning for anything that doesn't belong: weak mitochondria, misfiring immune cells, damaged DNA segments, inflammatory proteins, and even precancerous abnormalities. Your body doesn't politely remove these, it hunts them down. You're pushing the body into a zone where it prioritizes survival over storage. Anything that slows you down is marked for destruction. This is also the day people start to notice something surprising. Your mood lifts, not a little, a lot. Fasting researchers have documented that ketones stimulate the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which increases anywhere from 40% to 400% depending on the person and their metabolic state. BDNF is like fertilizer for your brain. It sharpens learning ability, boosts memory, improves focus, and even helps generate new neuron pathways. This is why many people report that on day 3, they feel the most mentally clear they've been in months. Your body is not shutting down, it's waking up. People expect weakness, but what they actually experience is a sense of clean power because your brain finally stops depending on glucose and switches fully to ketones, which burn much cleaner. Your immune system is also going through something remarkable. Those old, sluggish white blood cells you've been carrying around, they get dismantled, recycled, and prepared for replacement. Your thymus gland, responsible for training T cells, begins ramping up again, even in older adults. This is why many fasting studies show immune markers improving dramatically by day 3. Your digestive system, which has been working non-stop your entire life, also gets something it rarely ever gets: complete rest. The inner lining of your intestines, a thin, delicate, one-cell layer thick barrier, finally begins repairing itself cleanly. Without food constantly pushing through, inflaming, irritating, or triggering reactions, the gut lining starts regenerating cleanly. Your growth hormone spikes dramatically as well, in some cases up to 300 to 400% depending on the age and health of the individual. That hormone prevents muscle breakdown and helps preserve lean tissue. This is why people don't shrivel during fasting. The body is smarter than that. It knows muscle is survival. Instead, it burns stored fat while protecting muscle tissue. By the end of day 3, you are running on ketones. Your inflammation has dropped significantly. Your brain is sharper. Your gut lining is repairing, and your body is cleaning itself at a cellular level. This is deep healing. And the beautiful part, it gets even better.
Day 4 is where most people begin to understand what metabolic freedom truly feels like. Hunger is almost completely gone, not because your willpower is getting stronger, but because your body finally remembers how to feed itself from internal energy. For the first time in years, perhaps decades, your metabolism is not dependent on external food. It is drawing from stored fat continuously, smoothly, and efficiently. This is the day your body reaches peak fat-burning mode. The fat burning is not slow or subtle, it's aggressive and extremely efficient.
Your liver is converting fat into ketones at a high speed, delivering a steady, clean energy supply to your brain and organs. Your insulin, the hormone that blocks fat burning, is at its lowest point in years. When insulin stays stable and low, your body unlocks every fat cell in storage and allows access to it. Most people think hunger happens because they're starving, but hunger happens when insulin spikes and crashes repeatedly. When insulin stays stable and low, hunger disappears almost completely. This is why on day 4, you can walk past food, smell food, even watch someone eating and feel absolutely nothing. Another powerful transformation that happens on day 4 is hormonal sensitivity. The receptors for insulin, thyroid hormone, and even stress hormones begin resetting. Your body becomes more responsive, more balanced, and more stable. Even your microbiome, the trillions of bacteria in your gut, begins reorganizing. When food stops coming in, your gut bacteria switch into survival mode, becoming more resilient and more diverse. This sudden diversity is associated with lower inflammation, better immunity, and better metabolic control. Inside your brain, old plaques and waste proteins begin dissolving. Misfolded proteins like the ones seen in neurodegenerative issues begin breaking down faster. Inflammation inside the brain begins dropping dramatically. Your mitochondria, the engines inside your cells, begin undergoing selective repair. Old, damaged mitochondria get dismantled. New mitochondria are stimulated to grow. This process, called mitophagy, is one of the most powerful longevity triggers known. People often describe day 4 as feeling younger, not metaphorically, but literally. Your cells are operating with higher efficiency, your brain is sharper, your body feels cleaner. It is one of the strongest metabolic resets a human body can experience.
Day 5, full immune reset and cellular rebirth. On day 5, you enter the stage that makes a prolonged fast truly transformational: immune system renewal. Multiple studies from top universities have observed that around the 72 to 120-hour mark, your body begins releasing fresh, newly generated immune cells. This is because all the old, weak, dysfunctional immune cells were dismantled earlier in the fast. Now your stem cells, which had been on standby, activate. Stem cells begin producing brand new immune cells, brand new gut lining cells, and brand new tissue repair cells. This is one of the only natural methods known to trigger such a deep reset. Your thymus gland increases its activity. Your T cell production improves. Damaged immune patterns begin rewiring. Chronic inflammation continues declining. This is also the day that your autophagy, the internal recycling system, reaches its deepest point. Your cells begin aggressively scanning for damaged proteins, precancerous cells, viral fragments, old microbial debris, dysfunctional mitochondria, waste accumulation, and inflammatory particles, and destroying them more efficiently than any supplement, detox diet, or cleanse could ever do. Your body is not shutting down, it is optimizing. But there is a critical step ahead, one that determines whether the fast becomes healing or becomes stressful. The step is refeeding.
Refeeding protocol, the most important part of the fast. After 5 days without food, your digestive system is like a quiet engine that has been turned off for maintenance. You cannot turn it back on at full speed instantly, or you risk nausea, bloating, electrolyte imbalance, or worse. Refeeding must be gentle. The first few hours should consist of very small foods: a soft-boiled egg with a pinch of salt, a small amount of sauerkraut, a few spoonfuls of simple vegetable soup, a small avocado, a few berries, a handful of nuts, and light broth. This is not the time for meat, rice, bread, heavy protein, or sugar. The digestive system needs at least 24 to 48 hours to restart fully. Your insulin is also very sensitive. Introducing sugar can cause a rapid crash. What you eat during refeeding determines how strongly your stem cells activate. High-quality foods, pasture-raised eggs, grass-fed meats, organic vegetables, healthy fats help the body rebuild cleanly.
Most people notice an immediate improvement in skin texture, digestion, sleep, joint comfort, mental clarity, and energy stability. But the biggest change? Your genes. Fasting activates certain longevity genes, protective genes that repair DNA, improve mitochondrial function, and shield your body from long-term damage. These genes are rarely activated in a modern eating pattern. Without fasting, they stay dormant. With fasting, they awaken. This is why Day 5 plus refeeding is often described as the point where deep healing becomes visible.
Final results and benefits. What you gain after 5 days. When the full cycle is completed, fasting plus controlled refeeding, many people experience sharper mental clarity, stronger immune function, reduced inflammation, better metabolic flexibility, improved gut integrity, deeper sleep, enhanced longevity markers, reduced cravings, improved insulin sensitivity, clearer skin, better hormonal stability, and improved energy throughout the day. You're not just losing weight, you're upgrading the software inside your body. Fasting doesn't starve you, it teaches your cells how to survive, renew, and rebuild. And every future fast becomes easier because your body now remembers what to do.